In your face on this week's Hot Scores. It's not about the money, of course it bloody is. An in-depth look at Arsenal. Balotelli, Tiamo, Neapolitan Ultras, Linda Pizutti, and a free 50 quid bet, eh? Will know that our David is a proper gooner. In fact, he has the Arsenal cannons tattooed internally. That's how much he loves them. So someone like me, a little bit neutral, a little bit hippy-dippy when it comes to sharing my love around the football clubs, might see Arsenal as an ideal model, or did see Arsenal as my ideal model. They claim to be right up there when it comes to financial sustainability. They have, or used to have, an enviable philosophy when it came to nurturing players and squad building, and they have a nice ground and a smart-ass manager. Now, about Wenger. He told Sky Sports in his pre-We Beat Spurs 5-2 presser, who is Emmanuel Adebayor, I brought him to your attention when nobody knew who he was. I made him a good player, and now everybody's talking about him. And what? And what, David?
Yeah, shut
Bad,
up.
isn't he? Yeah. Shut up, Arson. Told. Now that we've all established he's a little loose around the seams, and Adebayor is a bit of a club hopper, but nevertheless he has a tasty proclivity for scoring goals when the mood is right. Anyway, that's the outside. Digging a little deeper, looking at blogger Le Grove, we learn that Arsenal have the joint highest ticket revenue in Europe, up there with United, but only a quarter of fans uptake season ticket renewal. That's interesting. Have you been season ticket holder before?
Yeah, but the thing is, most of them, every year it's the same spin. 2 weeks before renewals come up, Wenger comes out about what players that he's going to invest in and that the squad, he knows what needs to be done with the squad. And as soon as the renewal date passed, says, oh, we have injured players coming back, they are like new players.
Only 25% uptake, that's quite poor, isn't it?
Drops a lot.
Considering your fan base and the size of the stadium and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, they should put some of the people in the squad. We've got so many squad players, maybe we could put some of those in the seats, fill it out.
Yeah, that's true.
We had 48.
Stick them randomly around the ground.
Yeah.
Well, we had 48 squad members 2 years ago. We've now got 71.
70. Well, how many teams you got?
It's unbelievable. Half of them are out on loan and being paid massive wages.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? Right, as of June, there was £160 million in the bank, and they were told it wasn't for spending, for wages and cash flow. As a comparison, City are about £150 million in debt, and that's their wage bill. But Fulham, although smaller club but still worth comparison, they recorded profits of 4.8 million last season. That is impressive. We know they're not CL contenders, but it does put things into perspective. The Arsenal Supporters Trust estimate there is around £25 million worth of wages paid out that are effectively dross, all sanctioned by Wenger. The bank stipulates that 25% of transfer proceeds must be invested back into the squad. And does this happen? No, obviously it doesn't. He just inflates the deals for current players, some who are clearly not even worthy of a place on the Wigan bench, or insert any club that you don't think is any good there. Sorry, Wigan. Sorry, Berta Martinez. Instead of paying Van Persie, say, 160 grand a week, he'll whack substandard like Diaby, Bentner, Almunia and Denilson on 60 grand each. I don't think they're worth 60 grand each, do you?
No.
They're not.
He thinks there should be parity because then it creates this little crash, this little bubble, but it's backfired on him, isn't it?
Sometimes people are better at the jobs than others.
Yeah.
And you should get paid more.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you all get paid the same and I'm putting in 4 times the amount of goals that you are,
yeah.
it's out of order.
And the board don't get paid the same, do they?
No.
Everyone else in back office don't get paid the same.
It's an incentive to be better at your job. This is not a community. This is not a communist state. This is, we're all about,
We're not
if
in
you do
Cuba,
want
Arson. We're not in
We're
Cuba.
going to be in trouble because we can't get rid of these players because they're on so much money. So this self-sustainability thing, we're going to be worse off than everyone else.
And you're right about them going alone as well, because it's just sort of like it's giving a gift to other clubs, isn't it? At time.
Yeah. Well, cases.
It's Bentner on loan. not much of a gift. What's this?
Maybe that's his plan. He's going to weaken everyone.
Narcissistic nutheads arriving up on your doorstep.
What a Christmas present. Bentner wrapped up for you.
Anyway, contrary to popular belief, there is no wage cap at Arsenal. It just seems that those limiting principles in place dictate an almost, like we said, socialist redistribution of the wages. Another thing, interesting thing here, the shirt sponsorship deal at Arsenal is worth 14 million quid. At Liverpool, it amasses to 40 million. That's a massive difference there. And while we're talking unrealistic figures, it seems likely that Wenger decides player value. In his head, that means every single player deserves 60 grand a week or thereabouts. In an ideal world, maybe, but Juan Mata went for Chelsea for 28 million quid, doesn't he? How much did he earn at Chelsea a week? Was it
Who,
more than
Mata?
60 grand a week, yeah.
Oh, yeah, a lot more than
About
that.
150, isn't
I'd
it?
say it's pretty nearer that. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, how much is Terry in that? Are 150, aren't they? So he's got to be at least 120.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like, 60 grand a week at Arsenal. He thinks everyone's worth 18 million, doesn't he? About that. Alright, well, anyway, there's no surprise that the board are getting rich off this self-sustaining business model, but I think that rings true in nearly every business walk of life. Look at the rich bankers who've royally screwed the figures at the expense of others. Rich will get rich and the poor will stay poor. Football rings true to life. The question of all questions that Gooners want answered is, does Wenger have the money to spend, and does he refuse to spend it? And is he taking the pressure on his shoulders? Well, he looks like he does, doesn't he? You know, look how much he's aged in the last 6 months.
I think that's what's saving him at the moment, because the fans don't know if he's actually taking all the pressure to protect the board.
Or whether it's his actions
Yeah.
that are returning on himself.
So once that comes clear, it will change everything, one way or the other.
Will that come clear before, he'd have to leave before it comes clear, I reckon. I don't reckon there's going to come
I think
out.
they might release papers on it in 50 years' time, like JFK style.
Well, no,
Yeah,
if,
they have to, like the government have to.
Yeah,
after
government
so many
papers on
years.
Arsene Wenger.
no, if Usmanov gets his 30%, he's then got access to the accounts, so he can.
Sorry, there's a
This
cat-
is
there's
next
a
to the
cat-
cat.
there's
She's
a
just
cat
come in
in
to
the-
say hello. She's going to get
There's a
booted
cat
out the
in the
window now.
Yeah, if Usmanov gets his 30%,
Yeah.
he can then access. He's got legal right. They've got legal right to. He's obliged to look at the accounts,
Yeah.
and then he'll find out that question we all want answered.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, sticky business at Arsenal. On a fun note, apparently there are more Arsenal supporters in Nigeria than in the UK. Or maybe there are just more people in Nigeria willing to support them. You can keep up with Le Gro's interesting insights on Twitter at Le Gro. And go to his website too. Absolutely fantastic. Here's a clip kindly sent to us from David Udut, who writes for the legendary Gooner fanzine. You can follow Arsenal's best-selling fanzine on Twitter at Gooner fanzine.
Hi there everyone, my name's David Udo. I'm a hugely passionate Arsenal fan and writer for the Gooner and their website onlinegooner.com. I've been passionate for and about the Arsenal since the age of 8 when my dad dragged me along to see Arsenal play Middlesbrough. We won 3-0 and David Rocastle scored a hell of a goal. That was 1988, we're now in 2012 even. So yeah, that's how long I've been going to watch Arsenal. My favourite player of recent past has been my favourite player of all time, which is Thierry Henry. He's the best player I've ever seen for anyone in any type of football, and the best player I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt, and he does it so passionately. It's incredibly, incredibly pleasurable to see him at Arsenal. Is and is great. Notwithstanding him and looking at the current playing staff, I get an awful lot of time out of Wojciech Szczesny, whose Twitter page is filled up about 14 times a day. He's a huge commentator, and it's great to see him. My summary of the current situation: someone's or upwards for Arsenal now. We beat Tottenham 5-2 yesterday, being 2-0 down after half an hour and winning 5-2. We need to maintain this form for the rest of the season. We've got big games coming up against Manchester City, Newcastle and Chelsea and Liverpool, and it's up to us to sort of grab those by the horns and do exactly what we can to keep going, to make sure we finish fourth at the very least, and next season we'll be in a position with a little bit of player strengthening to challenge properly for a trophy. Come on, you Gunners.
Right, now we've had a protracted look at Arsenal's finances, I just want to have a little chat about Mario Balotelli and his I love you, Ti amo message printed on his undershirt. What do you think, boys? Think it's a bit soppy?
It is, but you know what, I don't know. I'm 50-50 with Mario because I really like him.
Do you not
I
think
really
that
like
he's just,
him.
he might have been a bit of a bad boy and he's just trying to give that public declaration of love?
Yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter. That sort of thing.
You've got a soft spot for him. Have you?
I think he's a wonderful footballer, he's interesting, he's a bit silly,
We need a few more.
but
characters.
yeah, he's cool.
He makes things exciting to watch. Don't forget, that's the thing. People are all very quick to say, "Oh, we don't need this in our football." What would you rather have? You
Yeah,
know?
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him as a boyfriend though.
Just like
Yeah.
monotone,
No.
media-trained people like the Michael
Frank
Owens
Lampard
of this
and that,
world.
yeah.
Just
exactly.
give the same answers all the
God,
time.
a party full of Michael Owens.
Yeah, he's got a bit of the Cantona about him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I like him, and maybe not as
Yeah.
a boyfriend, as you say.
I know it's a boyfriend.
but as
I thought you
never
had
say
really good
never.
taste in there.
Yeah, I like him.
He'd look after you though. He's really
I'm
generous.
sure he would. No, I'm sure he would. Yeah.
Rides around Manchester giving out money to people and things. So.
Well, you wait. You'll see a I love Raoul T-shirt coming up at some point. You'll be surprised.
Raoul, te amo.
Yeah, I love you, baby.
Personally, wild man like Balotelli would make me smell a rat if he unleashed a public declaration of love. I'd much prefer a delicate and tender statement, having a cuddling right in the telly or something like that. Keep it real. This week, I just wanted to talk briefly about who you wouldn't mind coming up to the Premier League next year. Who would you mind, Dave?
I quite like to see West Ham back.
Would you?
6 points every year, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I'd like to see West Ham back as well. Actually, I must say.
It's a good away day as well. It's good fun down there.
Yeah, they are good fun.
I've no issues with West Ham at all. I quite like them. So I'd say the same. What about you?
It might be 6 points for. It might not be 6 points for you every year.
No, we
might cancel each other out.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't mind them as a team. They don't annoy me. The only ones like, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anyone who I wouldn't want to see up.
Obviously, Brighton up.
Not particularly. I don't see any reason why. What about you? Who do you want to see up?
I would like to see Southampton finish top with back-to-back promotions. I love that'd be so impressive.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, a good point actually. Yeah. Right, maybe go to Southampton.
And yeah, they do play tidy and tight football, and it would make a good away day, nice like day out on the south coast in the Solent. I do think West Ham will get automatic, but Reading would equally deserve it, and they got so close last year. Playoffs, Brighton are scurrying around, but I don't think they'd last 5 minutes and could quite possibly create an own goal scoring record for themselves within 1 month of promotion, going on what they did against Liverpool last weekend. I quite like Chris Hughton, so Birmingham also get my vote, although Borough might be worth a shout if only they could score more goals.
Chris Hughton, what's the odds on Chris Hughton being England manager within 5 years? Be good, not bad bet.
No, I think that'd be a great one.
Yeah.
I do. I think that'd be a good. I think that'd be a really good one.
What do you think?
You could get, you could bank on having a different England manager every 3 years. Just
true.
Put your money on it, set it like GMT.
He doesn't seem to offend anybody either. He seems to galvanise the team.
They just need a new manager for every tournament really, and then they'll be fine. And the press will be happy because it will kick up a fuss and everyone can go mental, and then all the speculation can go on, and then it will just perpetuate being the sort of thing that it has been for the last.
Plus, it will piss Harry off as well, wouldn't it? It'd be well funny after all that. Suddenly, Hughton gets the job.
Harry Redknapp, he's got.
Well, Harry is going to say it's going to happen, isn't it? I think with Harry. I don't think any.
No, I just think it'd be funnier if it didn't. Yeah. The FA would like, listen, you guys you went off on your little tangents talking about it. We never said we wanted it ever.
Yeah, he's a literate buffoon.
It'd be hilarious.
Royally mugged off.
Yeah.
Right, now Chelsea are really up against it versus Napoli on and off the pitch. A club with traditionally proud fans, a lot of history and culture oozing out of them. The first club was founded as Naples Football and Cricket Club in 1904 by English tailor William Potts, the 4th most supported club in Italy. They pretty much rule the roost of the southern part of the country. League winners and twice steered to those as everyone's favourite Argentinian, Diego Maradona. Our Raul, he's a big fan of Marek Hamsik.
Very much so.
It doesn't stop talking about him.
No, I don't. Well, don't be telling everybody that. But he's a very, very talented player. Definitely one to watch.
Yeah, he's great. And I said getting a bit worried, but it's okay. As long as Raoul's comfortable with it, that's all that matters.
We're just friends.
Is he still ignoring your calls and that?
Yeah. He's like that.
You've got all the posters like Alan Partridge style up in your bedroom.
Yeah, he finds them freaky, but
You're a mentalist. Well, the club went bankrupt but was refounded by film producer Aurelio De Laurentiis. If their previous visit to London is anything to go by, they'll certainly be making some noise, as West Ham has found out. Check it out. West Ham versus Napoli Agosto 2009, cover up, Nobody Likes Us. A great fan site for London Napoli fans. Updates with videos and clips from their fans as they travel across Europe. NapoliFansClub.co.uk at @SSCNapoli_it on Twitter. Anyone hear about, well, we're talking about crazy fans, anyone hear about the Ajax Ultras coming to United last week and firing fireworks into a pub?
You were saying, yeah.
Yeah, naughty.
Naughty boys.
Free bet time! Yes, you heard it right. We have teamed up with Betting Pro to offer you a free £50 bet if you open a new account at Ladbrokes using the bonus code MAXIMUMBONUS and tweet "I just won my free bet #HotScores." Actually, #HotScores. Get involved and win yourself some cash. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Right, this week's Hot Scores Awesome Girl has seen us go a bit upmarket at the request of Raoul. Following Liverpool's Carling Cup win, it's the owner's squeeze, Linda Pizutti. Follow her at Linda_Pizutti. What a cutie. Ooh.
See that rhymes?
Oh,
Oh, I see what you did.
Cutie.
I see what you did.
Songwriter
Pizutti
in him,
cutie.
yeah.